What's up, everybody? I'm going to need you to put down the canister of hopium and hop on board the hype train because we have two very credible sources of information regarding the Elden Ring DLC trailer. Now, the sources are Bandai Namco itself, although it's not straightforward as you might think, and SteamDB. So, without waiting any further, let's get right into it. Now, we've had a lot of circumstantial evidence that something is happening in February over the last couple weeks. First, there was the Thrustmaster collaboration, which is a limited edition controller that is set to launch alongside the DLC, and the release date was for February 2024. And then, as early as last week, there was additional circumstantial evidence in the form of the Pure Arts figurine collection, which is launching in February 2024, which is supposed to link with the release date of the DLC. So that is all and well, that's just smoke, and where there's smoke, there's fire. But now we have actual concrete evidence that something is happening behind the scenes. Take a look at this. This is the playlist for Elden Ring on Bandai Namco Europe's official YouTube channel. And now, although there aren't any new videos, you can see on the left here that the last update was on January 4th, 2024. That was roughly 12 days ago, depending on when you're watching this. Now, that means that there were some changes that were done to the playlist. Now, let me explain to you how these playlists works on YouTube. If you make any changes to a playlist, either by putting existing videos into the playlist or by uploading new videos and putting them in the playlist, it will count as an update. And that's why there has been some leaks in the past that have been done through this method. For example, in the middle of Summer Game Fest 2021, when Elden Ring was announced, From Software's official YouTube channel uploaded a video and it showed that there was a private video, and then as soon as the announcement was made, it went to public. So you're able to get a hint that something is coming by watching these playlist updates. Now, it's not clear if they uploaded a private video, because they definitely did not upload an unlisted video, because we would be able to see it right away. If you put an unlisted video, nobody will know it exists unless you put it part of a public playlist. So they did not do that. So there's a couple possibilities. Either they added it to the playlist and then they decide to remove it because they saw that people would be able to see that there's a hidden video, or possibly they have a way to put a video in a playlist without showing that there's a hidden video. But either way, there were some changes made, and this is very promising. Now, it's not the only piece of concrete evidence that something is happening in the next couple weeks or the next month, because there was recently a SteamDB update. Now, this is the most important update we have ever seen on SteamDB. For those who aren't familiar with SteamDB, it is a website that keeps track of all the work that's being done on the software behind the scenes. In the past, we have been able to predict when there were going to be patches, but this time it's very different. If you see here, it says 5 days ago there's a SteamDB unknown app, and that update is part of the DLC section. So the chances are that this is the DLC pre-order page is pretty much 99%. I watched Zyostorm's video yesterday. He did a very good coverage of this, and he mentioned that it could be a digital version of the orchestra or a digital version of the manga, but it's very unlikely. And I agree. The chances are that this is not the DLC pre-order page, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, are slim to none. I mean, let's be real, guys. It's been almost 2 years. Obviously, the expansion is cooked. They worked on it for a very long time, almost as much time as they worked on Dark Souls 3. So it is ready. It's just a moment of when they want to drop it. Now, one of my subscribers left this comment, and honestly, it makes so much sense. Listen to this. He said, "I'm a financial analyst. It has been my opinion since the Game Awards that the plan is to release the DLC after the new fiscal year for Kadokawa, which begins on April 1st. My reasoning is this: the annual goal of the executive management team is to beat expectations. Armored Core 6 was a bigger success than expected, and thus the company has already exceeded expectations for the year 2023 going into 2024. Further exceeding expectations in that year will not reward the company in stock price appreciation like it will for the streak of exceeding expectations in the year from 2021 to 2022. That was Elden Ring's release, exceeding expectations from 2022 to 2023 because of Elden Ring's success carried over into the next year with no release, exceeding expectations for 2023-2024, Armored Core 6, and exceeding expectations for 2024 to 2025 with the DLC, and exceeding expectations in 2025 with 2026, Spellbound, Elden Ring 2, or whatever the next release is. And that makes a lot of sense from a business standpoint. They already made a bunch of money this year with Armored Core 6, and they don't want to blow their load early. So that's why they were waiting for possibly the next fiscal year to start rolling in, and that way they can start accumulating money for the next fiscal year. Because let's be real, if it was announced today that you could buy the Elden Ring DLC right now, everybody would buy it. Most players are going to buy it day one so they can get into it right away. And they know that. So possibly they are announcing that this game is going to release after April 1st. Now, I don't know how the pre-order would work. Does the money count for this year or the next fiscal year? That I have no idea, but let's say the money does count for the next fiscal year and they get paid when they actually release the game, then all those pre-orders, they could start taking them in February and then release the game on April 1st or any day after that. So that would make a lot of sense from a strategic business standpoint. Now, is it what's going to happen? I have no idea. There are talks of a shadow drop that would also be really epic, of shadow dropping Shadow of the Erdtree. But historically, I don't believe that From Software has ever shadow dropped a game. And if we're expecting a shadow drop, we might be huffing too much hopium at that point. But regardless, anyways, we are going to get news very soon. I would say at the latest end of February, we are going to see that trailer. There's no reason why it wouldn't happen. I mean, there is clearly a DLC in the Steam updates. Bandai Namco has just updated their playlist regarding Elden Ring. Something is happening. Now, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section. I personally think that the wait is almost over. I am getting back on the hype train, but let me know what you think about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.